I am a big Zelda fan, so I'm going to be reacting to Nintendo's Tears of the Kingdom gameplay.
Hello everyone, I'm Eiji Aonuma, producer of the Legend of Zelda series.
Yes! Yes! Hello.
First, I have some news.
Yes.
Development on The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is now complete. Thank
Oh my god, I'm so excited! I've been waiting years for this!
you very much for waiting.
Thank you very much for making another Zelda game. Thank you.
Many of you are looking forward to this game, and we've released a few trailers so far. Although it'll just be a brief glimpse, I'm going to actually play the game for you all today and show you what it's like.
Ooh.
Okay? Let's begin.
What I am most excited to see is what they decided to do with this heavenly area of the game. Also, I think we saw some interesting physics stuff in previous trailers. Link being able to go through materials. He also had some weird thing going on with his hand. I kind of wonder if that's something Sheikah technology or magic in nature, or if that's like a weapon. So those are my initial thoughts.
Here we are in the land of Hyrule. Like The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, there's a vast world to explore. Of course, it's not just the same world as is. It's changed in many ways. If we talk about all of the changes today, we'll run out of time, so we hope you'll seek them out for yourself when the game launches.
Mysterious.
In this game, the vast world of Hyrule reaches high into the sky.
Yes.
You'll notice some landmasses floating up there.
Is it just me, or does that island in the sky kind of look like a fidget spinner a little bit?
We call them Sky Islands. You're probably wondering something. How do you get to the Sky Islands when they're so high up?
Oh,
If we take a look, oh, something's falling from the sky. Do you see it? I wonder what that is.
it kind of looks like a meteorite.
Let's head over to it. We're almost at the spot where the object fell. Here it is. Okay, let's use one of Link's new abilities. If you do this on the rock that just fell... Look, it started rising.
It's a reverse time thing?
This power is known as recall, which rewinds an object's movement. Since I just used recall on the fallen rock, I can now rise into the sky. We're a lot closer to the Sky Islands. Let's use the paraglider to reach one of them.
Whoa, I love it. Oh, that's so cool.
There are a few other Sky Islands floating here too. I made it.
There's these interesting patterns throughout the game that kind of remind me of Twilight Princess a little bit. There were a lot of dark Twilight patterns in that game. I love that aesthetic, and I'm seeing that again here in these Sky Islands, and I love it. I almost feel like we're returning a bit to that dark era, but in a more modern way.
There are lots of ways to reach the Sky Islands, so we hope you'll try a few different methods. Okay, now we're on a slightly bigger Sky Island. Just like on the surface, there are several man-made structures. Some
Ooh, my theory? Ancient technology from the Sheikah? So would these be ancient buildings from the past?
trees are also growing here. You won't see many of those yellow trees on the surface, though.
It's a special species of tree.
Let's walk around for a bit. There's a branch on the ground. When you find something like this, you should pick it up. It might come in handy later. Let's continue. Oh, something's there.
Oh my gosh. It reminds me of, oh, what's the name of that enemy? Like a stall child or I forget what you call the creatures that show up in Lost Woods in Ocarina of Time. Skull Kid from Majora's Mask is of the same species. Dang it, I can't remember. It looks like an undead creature, but meshed with technology or magic or something? Because, like, there's the Sheikah eye on the face, so that's interesting.
This is a brand new enemy called a construct. We'll fight it using the branch we just picked up. Ah, the branch broke. Not good, not good. Quick, get another branch and we defeated it.
Oh, I can see the electricity flowing through it, or at least it looks like electricity, and all the different pieces that come together to make it. That's interesting.
Moving on. We've now explored more of this sky island. As expected, fighting with just a branch won't get us very far. Also, this branch is almost broken. So here's another one of Link's new abilities. If we use this branch and the rock over here, and do this, look, we can stick them together. We created a makeshift hammer. This is called fuse.
Oh, I love that! That's such a great ability!
You can stick objects together to create new weapons with various effects. Let's take on another construct with this fused weapon.
The reason why the constructs interested me so much is that you can tell there are all these different pieces, quote unquote, fused together by something. And so to see that Link can do that same thing with weapons, it feels like some kind of Sheikah magic or tech ability that allows you to fuse these different things together in inanimate or possibly animate ways.
We're dealing with two of them at once. Oh, we beat one. The weapon's attack has definitely improved. The other branch broke, but this weapon has much better durability. You can do all sorts of things by experimenting with the fuse ability. You can fuse two weapons, for example. If we take this long stick and fuse it with a pitchfork, we can create a weapon with a much longer attack range.
Huh.
With this, we don't have to get too close to enemies, and we can safely attack from a distance. You can also fuse arrows with materials in your inventory. For instance, try fusing this leaf to an arrow.
Oh.
Fuse an ice elemental material to an arrow and
Ice arrow?
you can freeze faraway enemies.
Yes! Oh, ice arrows! I wonder if there's going to be some new arrows in this game.
Very useful. In addition, let's see. Ah, there's a bird flying around. If you're out hunting, you might feel that aiming with an arrow is too difficult. Apparently, my eyes can't track fast-moving objects as of late, so my shots rarely land. So at times like these, here's an eyeball you can get by defeating monsters. Fuse it to an arrow and...
Does it track the bird?
Look, it homed in on the target.
It did! Oh my god, that's amazing!
Let's try this on another bird. I'll just fire in that general direction. It's very simple.
As cool as that is, I really enjoyed using normal arrows in the past. I felt a sense of accomplishment when I could actually manually hit the bird, but it's still a cool ability, especially for people who maybe don't have as good eyesight or are newer to Zelda and they don't want to do it the more hard way.
Depending on what you stick together, the fuse ability could also be beneficial for hunting. I fused a mushroom to my shield. Now, you're probably wondering if this has any use. Well, this mushroom is actually a puff shroom. Let's fight an enemy with this.
Oh.
I blocked with the shield. Okay, there's smoke now. The enemy's lost sight of Link, so... attack!
I am really loving this fuse ability. There's so much potential here.
Even if you struggle with combat, you can take down enemies using similar methods. In the previous game, you'd usually get powerful weapons by defeating strong enemies. But in this game, fusing even the weakest weapon with something else could turn it into a useful weapon. There are even more gameplay options for sticking things together. Let me demonstrate. Some of the Sky Islands even have rivers. We'll want to cross this one, but swimming across it, well, the river's too wide for that.
I also want to add that the idea of fusing for creating weapons reminds me actually of the cooking system in Breath of the Wild. It's like they took the cooking system and turned it into a weapon system, and I think that's so creative. I really love that.
We need a boat. Of course, there isn't anything that resembles a boat around here. So,
We're gonna make
we'll
one.
lift up this log and attach it to a second log. Let's do one more.
Oh,
We'll bring this over here and attach a third log. It's a
it looks like they're like sandwiched together using like this slime or cream.
makeshift raft. This is another new ability called Ultra Hand. Even though the logs are currently attached, they can be detached. Let's modify the shape of the raft. You can always attach things or detach them like this. Now, if we put this on the water, it's made of wood, so the buoyancy will keep it afloat. We've made a simplified version of a boat. However, it won't move in its current state, so we'll need something to propel it forward.
The wheels? The wheels.
There's something here. Let's try hitting it.
Ah,
Oh, wind. It's blowing wind. Looks like we found a fan. Why don't we try attaching it? We'll attach another one.
I wonder if you can make structures like this. Like, yes, the boat is useful. Maybe you could even make things that help you fly, but I'm wondering if you could make structures.
This should make the boat well balanced. Okay, they're attached. All right, let's try moving the boat. Hey, it's moving. It's sailing pretty fast with the wind from the fans.
And the boat has its own kind of like energy meter. That's so interesting.
Since we added 2 fans, we should be able to cross the river in no time. All right, we reached the other side. In the most recent trailer, we showed scenes of Link riding a large car and a flying machine. Those vehicles actually aren't in the game from the start. Instead, you'll be able to freely craft them on your own.
I didn't even know that they had previous trailers with all that in it. Oh my god, that's awesome. So we can make structures, very good. Also, I see on the top left corner that hand symbol. I hope they explain that.
There are all sorts of objects you'll come across in this game. And depending on how you use your imagination, you can do a lot with them. So, try crafting different things and explore this world at your leisure.
Whoa!
There are even more new abilities. Take this building over here. Okay, watch this. Look, I passed right through the ceiling. This new ability is called Ascend.
And we saw that in the first trailer where he was kind of ascending through the islands.
If you're in a place with a ceiling, you can go through to the floor above you. There are some restrictions, but what's great about this ability is that as long as there's a ceiling, you can use it anywhere.
Oh,
For example, this place has a cave with a hill right above it.
yeah?
If we use the ability here, come on, keep going. Okay,
Whoa.
we emerged at the top of the hill.
That's exactly what I was thinking too. Like, you could even go through dungeons just by ascending through the ceiling. You could save so much time climbing mountains by just going through the ceiling. That's awesome.
In the previous game, you had to use stamina to climb a mountain. But in this game, if there's a mountain with a cave like this one, you can now get to the top without having to climb all the way up. Here's
Yeah.
another example. Imagine you're stuck in a cage. If it's got a ceiling, you know what to do, right? Exactly. Oh, there's another construct. It seems to be holding a strange weapon. Some enemies are equipped with fused weapons, so battles will play out a bit differently from the previous game. Ah, it blew me away with wind. Looks like it's got some sort of fan. Ah! I got pushed off! Oh well, let's just return to the surface.
If you fail a battle on a sky island, it doesn't matter. All you have to do is fall with grace, and no one will ever know it happened. Ooh, I also like that pattern up there. Oh, I wonder what that is. That looks so cool.
You can quickly descend from the sky to the surface like this. It feels so good. In the sky, you'll be able to look out across the land.
I could also see for a moment that Hyrule Castle looks corrupted, and Death Mountain still looks corrupted too. So, interesting.
Also search for destinations that pique your interest. Once you've chosen your destination, you can speed things up, like this. Let's dive into this river. And we're back on the surface.
I was getting a bit excited because I was like, what if they also did something with the water bodies? Like, what if similar to Ocarina of Time, where you could have the heavy boots, or like the Zora armor suit in Twilight Princess, they had something going on with that here. But maybe my expectations are too high. I just thought it'd be cool.
There are still so many things I'd like to show you, but let's leave it at that for now. What did you think?
I am very happy with these changes. I gotta see more though. I've gotta see more. This is a great start, but I think there's also so much more potential with this game, especially with all the surface area to cover. Some people felt with Breath of the Wild that there wasn't enough variety of enemies. I belong in that camp. I felt like there could have been more variety, and I see here that they really invested in taking things that were already in existence and trying to make them more interesting, more complex through, again, this kind of cooking system, but for weapons, which I love.
Some of Link's new abilities were updated from the previous game. I'm sure some of you watching me play were thinking, wait, if you could do that, then maybe you could do this too.
Yep.
In this game, you can do a lot of things just by thinking about what's even possible. There's still a lot of new gameplay, mysteries, and encounters we couldn't show today, but they're all jam-packed into this unfamiliar Hyrule, and we hope you'll use your imagination to explore it.
This suits Zelda so much because it is partly an adventure game, but also partly a puzzle game that really tries to get you to think. So I like the direction that they took in kind of updating that into more than just, oh, how do you solve this dungeon? Now it's like, how are you going to make your weapons? How are you going to traverse areas? And again, we haven't seen everything that the game has to offer, but maybe with the Sheikah technology / magic stuff going on, even there I could see so much more room for creativity and play, and I love that.
That's all for today. Thank you for watching.
Thank you, man. Oh my god. It's beautiful. Oh! May 12th. Wow, that's only about a month from now. Oh, I'm so excited. I already have the pre-order of this game. I can't wait. Yay! Okay, thank you guys so much for watching this. Let me know what you thought of the demonstration in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.